Hi there everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are in the kitchen again, of course, and we're going to be cooking a Dukan recipe. This recipe is from the Balkans and it is called Satarash. I'm not sure if I pronounce it properly. And the main ingredient in there is your aubergines or eggplant, wherever you are in the world. So it's a really quick, easy, simple recipe. It's delicious. And I would really recommend that if you're starting to run out of breakfast ideas or brunch ideas, go for it. So in a minute, I'm going to show you all the ingredients and we're going to cook it together and then we're going to serve it after that. Thank you. Okay guys, so I've got a little bit of oil here with a brush. This is just to brush the pan. Then we have got one small onion diced up. We've got one red pepper diced up. And here I've got 200 grams of aubergine, but I have treated this with salt and I rinsed it and I dried it. So it's already salt treated. And then I've got 2 small tomatoes chopped up. I've got a little bit of Bulgarian spices. You can use any spices you like. This mixture's got a little bit of salt in as well. Then you need some freshly chopped parsley. I've got a bit of garlic here. It's only pink because I chopped it after the tomatoes, so it's nothing strange about the garlic. It's about 1 or 2 cloves, but this is optional. If you don't want to use that for breakfast, that is fine. And then I've got 2 nice large free-range eggs from our chickens. So let's start then with the oil straight in the pan. I just brush that on. So we're using a small amount. You can spray a bit of oil if you want, or use a non-stick pan. First thing is your onions. There we go. We're just going to saute them a bit. You don't want them to have too much color. You're just sweating them off a little bit. I'll add the garlic as well at this point. There we go. Just a few seconds. And the next thing we're going to do is add our peppers. You can use any color peppers you want. I used red ones. It's just medium heat. You don't need to have the heat up very high. And the aubergines go in. I'm making enough here for 2 large portions, but you could probably serve 3 smaller portions. At this point, I'll turn the heat up a little bit. So I'm just going to cook that for a couple of minutes. Okay, so it's been cooking now for about 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Now I'm going to add the spices. I'm going to give it a nice teaspoonful of spices. There we go. Got lovely spices here in Bulgaria. Smells amazing. Just getting the spices to fry a bit, and now our tomato goes in. Here we go. Now you could add a little bit of tomato puree or tomato paste if you wanted. And then I'm going to add a little bit of parsley as well and save some for garnish. There we go. So at this point, I'm going to put the lid on, and I'm going to cook this between 5 and 10 minutes. You can see how well you want to cook your aubergines. So 5 to 10 minutes. So they have now been cooking just over 5 minutes, and you will see that the aubergines are nice and soft. So you'll see there's almost no liquid here. I'm going to switch that off now. So the idea is that you wait until the tomato juices have basically cooked away. You could cook it without the lid the last couple of minutes if you have a lot of liquid in your pan. Okay, so now back to the eggs. I'm just going to crack them in here. Oopsie daisy. Okay. There we are. And just give it a light whisk. It doesn't have to be very airy. Just as if you were going to make a bit of scrambled egg or an omelette. Here we go. And now, before we add the egg, it's an idea to just have a little taste. So let's have a look here. Very hot, obviously. I think a little bit more salt and pepper, just a tiny bit. So absolutely up to you. How you season now. There's going to be a little bit of black pepper. Here we go. And you can see now this mixture is quite hot. So we're going to quickly stir that egg in. Move the mixture around. And the rest of it. So what I normally do, if it's 2 portions, I'll have 2 eggs in this mixture. Now I'm going to put the heat back on, quite low, just to make sure the egg is getting cooked. But you don't want it to become like scrambled egg. You'll see the egg kind of gives it a kind of a creaminess and kind of becomes a sauce. It's holding it all together. It's very much like the Italian carbonara, where you stir your egg in at the very end. There we go. That is cooked now. You don't want to become scrambled egg in there. So now we're going to serve that straight away, nice and hot. Here we go. So what I normally do, if I wanted to make it look nice, I take a little dish, glass or a china one, give it a little brush with oil. You don't have to brush it with oil if you don't want to. Give it a little spray with non-stick spray. Here we go. And then what I do, just dish it up a bit like you have rice served in some restaurants. So you have to kind of pat it down. There we go. So this will definitely be 2 of these size portions. And then it might collapse slightly, don't be worried. So you turn your plate over and you lift it up. Here we go. And that I think is pretty good. And all we're going to do is a bit of our parsley. Just sprinkle that on top. I'm quite generous with my parsley. And that's it. Okay there, so that's the end of this video. This will be part of our around the food cooking, or around the world cooking. So we've done a little bit of French recipes, South African recipes, Scottish recipes, and this is one of the Balkan recipes that I do love. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And please leave us a little comment below. Please like if you like the video, share it with your friends, and the most important thing, hit that notification bell so you can be notified in future. And very big thank you to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate it. Our little family is growing every day and it makes me so happy. Have a lovely day. Bye.